Well, that's what your credit score is. Your credit score is your personal representation of your ability to pay people back. Why should you have good credit if you have a history of not paying people back? See, that's on you. That's a character and value issue. You don't need a college course on how credit works. You need a college course on how ethics and values work. You don't like giving stuff back.
And I'm glad you brought that point. But let's move on to credit card scammers. Now, this is another thing. I mean, a lot of times people don't understand that companies will rate your zip code. They will look at your zip code and figure out, does the average person have 580 credit or does the average person have 620? Those are two different numbers, you know? And I think a lot of times, especially in a younger age, you're bombarded with credit card thing, because they know when you turn 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're gonna make sure you get that credit card. They're gonna ask you at Macy's, do you want to sign up for a Macy's credit card? They're gonna ask you at Best Buy, do you want to get that Macy's? When you get your tires, do you want to get the credit card? Do you want to put the tires on credit?
5% off, 3% off if you buy it with the credit card. Yeah.
I mean, Best Buy. Not only just Best Buy, but what's the other company with the furniture? Cons, Low. There's a lot of these companies, and Rent-A-Center. Trust me, Rent-A-Center will jack your credit up. Trust, they go want their money back.
Listen. I'm the type of person. If it was up to me, there would be no Rent-A-Centers. Yeah. Rent-A-Center is a type of business strategy that is focused on dealing with people who do not have financial discipline. Yeah. If you're walking into a Rent-A-Center, that means you do not have financial discipline because you are willing to buy a couch at 3 to 4 times its actual market value because you're unwilling to save up the money to buy the couch. You want the couch now, or you want the big screen TV now. So you're paying $25 or $30 a week, every week for the next 6 years, and you end up paying for that TV like 4 or 5 times the value of that TV. Why? Because you're unwilling to sacrifice and just save up your money. But let's talk about credit, because I'm a guy that's not a huge fan of the way credit is currently being marketed to our community. Credit is not the solution to your broke ambitions. People believe that, oh, don't worry about you not having money. You can get credit and that'll solve your problems. That is not the case. Credit is a byproduct of your financial decisions that you made correctly, right? Too many people are victims in our community. They claim and they take on as a badge of honor victimhood because they'll tell you, a person that has bad credit, they'll tell you, man, no one taught me about credit growing up. See, if someone would have taught me about credit in high school, I wouldn't have a 400 credit score right now. The system is the reason why I have bad credit. I say slow down. Let's take a look at what credit is in a general sense. Your credit score is a reflection of how well you kept your word. When you break it all the way down to its most fundamental part, your credit score is a reflection on how well you were able to keep your word. That's it. Because your credit score is based on someone lent you money. You agreed to a certain amount of terms of how you were going to pay that money back. If you have a good credit score, that means you paid the person back according to those terms. If you have a bad credit score, that means you did not pay that person back according to those terms. Well, I don't know about you, E. I recently turned 39. I'll be 40 next year. I recently turned 39. I didn't need a lesson on credit to understand that you get a bad reputation if you borrow stuff and don't give it back.
Oh, I heard about that.
Right. Everybody remembers. I'm talking about just as kids, not like being streetwise on the street. I'm talking about as kids. If you borrowed somebody's football from across the street and you never gave it back, good luck at another kid letting you borrow their toy.
Yeah.
Right? What about video games? Because I'm the
Yeah.
Super Nintendo, PlayStation generation.
Yeah.
You let somebody
I know.
borrow your video game.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you knock on the door. They don't. All of a sudden, you don't see.
Listen, I let you borrow my Madden 2003 for the weekend because I'm going out of town. When I come back in town and you don't have my Madden disc for my PlayStation, we're going to have some problems. Not only are we going to have some problems, I'm going to let everybody know at the playground, don't let so-and-so borrow your games. This Negro don't like giving it back. So we understand that on a fundamental level, that when someone lends you something and you don't give it back in the terms that you agreed with, you're going to get a bad reputation. Your credit score is. Your credit score is your personal representation of your ability to pay people back. Why should you have good credit if you have a history of not paying people back? See, that's on you. That's a character and value issue. You don't need a college course on how credit works. You need a college course on how ethics and values work. You don't like giving stuff back. That's your problem.
Preach.
I can go all day, but that's my personal feeling when it comes to credit. People looking for credit to solve their broke ambitions. How about you just save up the money and then pay people back on the small loans that you get, and you'll be surprised how you'll be able to get bigger loans later.